Alright, y'all, so we're back for some Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, and we're making the Season 5 tier list. Now, when it comes to Season 5, I think a couple of things have changed, so I'm actually pretty excited to go ahead and talk about them here today. In terms of this tier list, again, this is more so a tier list made in mind of being in a team, so like 3 or 4 stacks is my general experience when playing the game. Could be a lot different from someone who's playing in, solo queue, right? And I will bring up 1 or 2 characters that I feel like could be better in solo queue as we come to them. But for now, this is more so of a teams. And this is also considering, if I'm playing against people who kind of know what they're doing and my personal experience with these characters, etc. But hope you guys enjoy. Again, everyone's view on the game could be wildly different depending on what they find successful, even what server you're on, even what rank you are. Like a lot of things could actually change. So regardless, let's see what we're gonna kind of say here. So I think first and foremost, we have Android 18, Deborah. Oh, that's not Deborah, my dumbass. Deborah. And then we also have God Topo. I think these 3 consistently have had issues throughout the game's history. I think for 18, she just falls off a cliff. Like early game, she could be really good, and I think if you don't know how to play against 18, she can be very dangerous. That's probably why a lot of people who are like C rank, D rank, B rank, even like could struggle against playing Android 18 a lot. I see a lot of people say, oh man, 18's so good. She does so much damage. She just kills me. And I think that's fair. I think if you let 18 do what she wants, she could like demolish just like any character. She does so much damage when she gets the opportunity to. But I think there's a thing that you could do, which is not engage with her early on. And then don't give her a huge advantage. Don't give her tons of like potential snowball stacks, etc. You are able to just sit back and outrange her with so many different characters, or just take a lot of back for him. And I think naturally as the game progresses, she falls off because she doesn't have like big beams everywhere, like she's not like covering lanes with like gigantic kamehamehas or god beams, right? Things like that. So I think that's where 18 starts to really just like get a lot worse. And if you keep your proper distance from her and you're just aware of her, it's really not that hard to combat her. And she's also very squishy at the same time. So again, if you do catch her, she could get melted very easily. God Topo. Skill 3 sucks. You could just vanish out of it. It's really easy to avoid. Its ultimate sucks. It's super slow. I don't even think it does crazy damage most of the time. Especially because you need especially when we're thinking about boss securities, you have to apply the market destruction to the boss. Which is not the most difficult thing ever, but like many characters can just go in. I'm throwing my ult. Super Saiyan Goku just goes in. I'm gonna throw my ult and then kills the boss. Like, what else am I supposed to say? Topo isn't really that good at that. He needs a little bit of setup. Skill 1 sucks as well. What I would really like to see, I think that could be interesting, and I brought this up a few times when it comes to Topo. Make his skill 1 more so like, I don't know, let me think of a character besides the slagging. Make his skill 1 more like a wide range. Like, I don't know, think of not necessarily Frieza's beam. Why is it slagging so bad? Not necessarily like Frieza's beam, but like just like a longer range than the range it is. It's not really a crazy range. Like if it was farther, maybe a little skinnier, but what it could do is it could detonate DOT. I think that could be really good. And then it's like, okay, you apply DOT here. This applies a second DOT, but then you detonate the DOT, bam. Get rid of this, and then just like let him do consistent damage with his ultimate and make it faster. That could be really good. This is interesting though, because I feel like the thing about a counter like this is I just think this type of mechanic is just either gonna be too good or too bad, because if you can't vanish out of that, it can actually do quite a bit of damage, and it could probably be too powerful if you like can't vanish it. But I don't know. I don't know what I would do for that skill 3 personally. I mean, yeah, Deborah is Deborah. the funny thing about Dabur is that you could use all of his skills, get the petrification gauge up on like a tank, and then sometimes you still might not kill him because you don't have any skills available to do extra damage. I don't know, Dabur just sucks. I mean, like, you could make him work sometimes depending on the tank, but yeah, I don't think it's really that worth. So that's B tier. These are characters I think in most needs of buffs. I think these characters are consistently ignored, honestly. I keep saying I just noticed that you could put like 2 or 3 more characters here still, but I don't think I will because I don't think they are actually on that tier anymore. So Gekishin Squadra. I think the meta is actually pretty generally healthy right now. There's like 1 or 2 characters that need to be taken down, but beyond that, I think we're in a pretty good spot. So that's really awesome. So next we'll go into A tier. Now I think I'll start off with technical. So I think for worst technical in this tier, I am going to do Frieza. Frieza is like one of the characters I was talking about here. I think Frieza got a lot of help with season 4 changes. I think the map changes do benefit this guy quite a bit. I like Frieza in terms of like boss secure. Funny enough, Epic Hunter getting buffed also helps this guy a bit, which is really hilarious. Skill 1 damage up is really nice for Zarbon as well, and that is back too. I also want to give him brownie points for being really good in solo queue. Like, this guy is arguably like top 3 like solo queue character, probably. Like probably this guy could do a lot in solo queue, but it's just because like you don't have to be relying on your teammates. You could chip towers or you could take bosses. You could get really good farm. I mean, yeah, this Frieza is also like really good at out leveling you if you know what to do right with this Arbon and the Doria. You just place him for the back guys. He just like gets really fed and it just becomes like stupid. Really good at securing, or not securing, holding God of Destruction towers, especially with like the decreased range of the bottom towers. It's a bit easier for Frieza to defend that. I don't know. I'm giving Frieza his brownie points here. I think he has like genuine uses, so that is good for Frieza. Next, I think I'll do I guess we'll go Krillin. I think Krillin buffs were nice for him, but I don't think they're necessarily changing how you play him. Or the biggest issue with Krillin is his mines can get detonated by Energy Blast, and that just like kills so much of his damage potential that he has. It really sucks. Solar Flare, I think you could probably use it, but I just not a fan of Solar Flare. I think it's a bit silly. Now it could be really good for him to land his ultimate, but his ultimate is also mediocre until it's level 3. Like, it really is just like mediocre until it's maxed out. It's not a good ultimate. His skill 3 is pretty decent though, like for getting secures and like his first hit on the enemy team if you want that, but that's kind of it. Next we have Majin Buu. I think Majin Buu, still decent card. I said card as if this is Dokkan. Still decent character. Skill 1 boost helps him with the gum. I think the gum could actually do a bit of burst damage, honestly. He's the only healing tactical right now, which, you know, is funny. Healing attack, indirectly, I feel like nerfs this guy a little bit, only because if you have that, there's not really a reason to pick Buu, I feel like. But maybe I'm missing the sauce. Maybe you go like mega healing with that and you just can't die on the healing attack with Majin Buu. Who knows? Maybe someone found that tech. It's like not widely known yet. At least I haven't really experienced that. I mean, he could be super annoying. I will say that for sure. Like with the healing, depending on how consistently that Buu knows how to get the healing off. Now, if you're against an Ultimate Gohan though, or even a 17, honestly, Frieza as well, probably even Kid Buu as well counters this guy. Like, there's so many characters that could just like move Buu out of the way from healing or stagger him out of his heal as well, such as Kid Gohan. I think it also do that. And then I think we'll have Gotenks here. I think I like this. Now, you could move these characters around a bit. Like, you could have Kid Gohan up here if you want. But the Kid Gohan nerfs did hurt him a little bit. I mean, would I prefer to see Kid Gohan or Gotenks? I think it depends. Gotenks' silence could be really good. I think that his ghost could be really nice as well. His donut can be used to set up some pretty funny things as well, even though it's a bit slow. But yeah, it's really like his silence ult getting buffed is really, really nice. And I think that it could be used to push away a lot of characters who are very long range characters as well, because you're able to just place it on top of them. I like ult tanks a little bit more in this meta than previous metas, honestly. Was Kid Gohan better though? I probably would say I like Kid Gohan better still. I think Kid Gohan's probably just more consistent still. He did lose a little bit of his defense, but I mean, you can't really go wrong by using Kid Gohan. I still think he's not like gutted beyond belief, but just like he's a character that didn't need to be nerfed, you know, like he's fun. We'll go with DPS this time, and again, obviously, if you could tell, these characters are pretty much in order within their own roles. So I'm not saying like every DPS character will be better than every technical. We'll go Kale here, and then Bojack as well. I think these characters benefit from skill 1 boost. I think Kale, especially, skill 1 boost helps her out quite a bit. She can do so much damage on skill 1 boost, but she still has the same weakness where she's able to get caught pretty easily and melted. Now she has this failsafe in her ultimate, so if you know how to use her ultimate right, that could be good. But at the same time, you can bait Kales out of using their ultimate. I think Kale is like a really interesting character. I actually really like her design, like as a character in the game. I feel like the skill 3, skill 1 kind of boost, she does a bit too much damage, but hopefully they don't nerf Kale because of like a divine draw. I really don't like when they nerf characters like because of divine draws, like Kid Gohan, honestly. Bojack, a character who's also really good at healing. In terms of the healing attack, I think Bojack is the best healing attack character, arguably. Like for DPS, like you get healing attack. If you're playing meta, you kind of do pick Bojack. I feel like he provides so much area healing. It's really crazy. He's a bit overtuned in that mode specifically, so that gives him a little bit of brownie points in my opinion. He's really good in Super Start too, obviously. Skill 1 boost, like I said, really helps him. But the issue with Bojack is I think it just takes a bit for him to build up and to get really good. Another thing that helps him though is the fact that even though he is not really good at escaping situations either, he's able to stand back pretty easily, and it's easier to hold bottom tower now because of the fact that the lane itself is smaller and the God of Destruction pad itself is also smaller, which helps Bojack early game if you're trying to protect the tower in any situation like that, or just in general. I think it really helps him quite a bit. The larger towers at the top don't really affect him that bad in a way because of the fact that he could just still cover the entire thing anyways, as long as you're like consistently farming with Bojack, etc. You guys get the point. Next we'll do, I think, Pickle Man, Gammas. These two here, like I feel like Piccolo, skill 1 boost Piccolo is cracked actually, if you know what you're doing with him. But again, just like KO, I feel like if you are raising Piccolo, it's pretty easy to jump him. And I think Piccolo, you just put a huge target on your back, where it's like, oh, especially for boss secures, like, oh, let's find the Piccolo and kill him. Piccolo is another character that can just like outrange you though, and he can one-shot many characters from afar with his skill 1 if you know how to use it right. Like he could be dangerous for sure. You gotta really be good at map awareness for facing Piccolos, but again, obviously the better player you are, the better you are at map awareness and be thinking about Piccolo. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit hard sometimes to just get hit by a light grenade when you're like 5 miles away from this guy. It's a bit silly, but yeah, I think Hellzone Grenade also does get indirectly helped a little bit by the smaller range of the God of Destruction pad in bot lane. That's really it. Gammas, I don't know, something about Gammas, I just don't think they're not doing a lot of damage in most situations. Like they're just kind of like a little bit of a stat stick, but even then I feel like they can get a little bit melted, especially like in this season where we have skill 1 damage boost back. Guess what, guys? Super Saiyan 3 is back. Who would have thought? It does hurt these guys a little bit. Next we have Broly, same issues. I think energy defense especially hurts this guy quite a bit. The only reason why he's not in B tier is because of healing attack. Like unironically, he's also one of the better characters for the healing attack, like Divine Draw. So it gives him brownies. That's it. No obstruction is nice too on his skill 2, but that's the biggest thing. he could do decent damage on skill 1 boost with his skill 1, obviously, and Super Sight helps him too. Like, these Divine Draws are saving this guy's life, bruh. Kind of a little same with Bojack, but not as much. The Divine Draws are saving this guy's ass. But man, Energy Blasts, poor Broly. Gets obliterated. Then we'll have tanks here. Cell, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and then Zamasu. I think Super Saiyan Vegeta and Zamasu, they probably need a buff too. I'd say probably, but I think they do need a buff. There are characters you could arguably put in B tier, but I don't think that they're that far from Cell. I really don't. Especially like early game, Vegeta and Zamasu could be really nasty, but again, late game, they could fall off a little bit for sure. And Cell is kind of the opposite, where early game is a little weak, but I think they kind of reverse the thing. So where it's like, we're getting a lot longer games. We're not getting like 6-minute games anymore. We're getting like 10-minute games, I think, more consistently. And when it comes to Cell, he is able to, again, take advantage of that with all the farm resetting and everything. And I mean, he just becomes really good. Like, he can do a lot of damage, decently tanky. If they buff his skill 3, given no obstruction, that could be really nasty. That could be really, really nasty, man, for this guy. His ultimate is also really good in this energy meta. Could keep characters off from securing boss. I really like Cell right now, actually. Like, in terms of like an A tier pick, I should say. He's not like a crazy character, but he could be really good. Obviously, skill 2 backshots, always useful. Now, we're going to go ahead and go into S tier here. I think we'll start off with DPS this time. So we have Kefla. I think we'll do Super Saiyan Goku. I mean, Super Saiyan Goku is always going to be good. Like the nerfs. Like the nerfs that they did for Super Saiyan Goku, I think, are they in here? Yeah, version 1.5 patch notes. We can see the Super Saiyan Goku nerfs. Like, okay, the strike attack up when inputting additional skills was decreased. And then this right here, when using only Kaioken, the duration decreased for strike attack up. And then this is Hammer's nerf right here. I should probably zoom in here. This is just Hammer's nerf. I feel like many times this doesn't really matter. Like, maybe when you're trying to farm, but that's really it. This does hurt skill 2, but that's like really also it. Like, halving the damage basically for skill 2. In terms of the extra damage you dealt with Kaioken up, but I don't think it changes this guy at all and how good he is. Kefla, same thing as I think last season. I also had her in S tier. I think not much has changed for her. Honestly, you could argue it's a little bit more negative for Kefla with Frieza around. Frieza could just block her off and keep her from like vanishing away from a situation. So that's honestly like something to kind of counter Kefla a little bit. I still think she's really good though. She can do a lot of damage. She can zip around the map. She has a really good ultimate still. I mean, Kefla is just like a good character in general. She's really, really powerful. Next, we'll go ahead and put Oob here. Oob still has one of the best secures. Oob could do a lot of damage. So I think with the God Vegeta nerf, you see less God Vegetas. And because of that, I think Oob has more breathing room. Skill 3 could still be really good. He has no obstruction. Skill 2 still. Like, this guy just has... all of his skills are good. His ultimate does a lot of damage. One of the better secures in the game. Really good at getting kills as well. Yeah. I mean, this guy's just great. Like, not much to say there. Then we have Trunks. Trunks is also very nice right now. Skill 1 secure could do a lot of damage, especially on skill 1 boost, dude. That skill 1 could do crazy levels of damage, man. I'm telling y'all. Skill 2, still really good. Skill 2 cooldown does hurt this guy a little bit, but I don't think it massively negatively impacts him. No. His ultimate maybe could use a little bit of a... I don't know. Something about his ultimate. I feel like it's like hit or miss, but I think it just depends. That first hit really does so much of the damage there. I think Trunks is good though. Like, obviously he's S tier, but as in like, he's probably more close to, like, how do I explain it? He's one of the better characters, like, in terms of balance in the game. I actually like Trunks a lot. I think he's very fun. Next, we have tanks I'll talk about here. And then I think the best tank at this tier will be Khalifa. I actually really like Caulifla. I think her energy barrier still has a ton of value right now. Even though God Goku could burst through it, that's really it. Her energy barrier is still very nice. She could do pretty decent damage herself. Provoke is still such a powerful ability. Like, again, obviously, right here blocks enemy energy attacks from approaching. Provoke is still just such a good ability to have. I feel like Caulifla could get a little bit melted though. Like if they like, because she could be outranged. The issue with Caulifla is if you don't apply Provoke, she could take a lot of damage. So you could argue Cooler's better than her. Is Cooler better? Supernova is so good. And the iframes, I feel like I probably will put Cooler above her. Yeah, I think Cooler's better. The iframes, even though Caulifla has to provoke, bro, the iframe timing can be really nasty. It's called high pressure. No, high pressure is like the ability on the skill too. But the retaliation status allows his skills to do some really nasty things. You can do some really nasty setups. Cooler has a lot of expression, I feel like, in his kit. I really like playing Cooler too. And that supernova in the retaliation status is so disgusting. It's very good. And he can still do decent damage himself. Yeah, I think I like Cooler a little more than Caulifla because I feel like he could escape these situations a little bit better too. It helps him out. I think I'll put Vegeta here and then Baby. I think Vegeta is in the same realm with these guys. The skill 3 buff, I think, helps them all a lot. And in this energy blast, like really heavy meta, that like shield could be so good, especially with Super Saiyan 3 Goku around, both for him and against him. God Goku though could get through his shield. That's the biggest thing. But like his ultimate is still good. I still feel like, you know, as I use his ultimate more and more, I still think it is nice. It's not like dead. It's not nearly as good as it once was though. So I think that really does matter when it comes to ranking him. His skill 2 could be a little finicky to hit now post nerfs. That's one of the biggest things about Vegeta that really hurt him. But yeah, I think he's actually a pretty generally good option right now. Then we have Baby with his buffs. I actually really like Baby. I really do like Baby with his buffs. I think, again, oh wait, there's the wrong one. Just to put it in perspective with you guys, they buffed Baby like a billion times here. But we see here, this is good when he possesses enemies. It's not a common thing to see, but I think this is good specifically. Decreasing the movement speed down, but reducing the skill cooldown right here is really nice, so that even after possession, he's able to, I think, get away a lot easier. This right here is also really good. Just like increasing the cooldown reduction is so nice for him for skill 3. Just more consistent possession. The movement speed down debuff is still good as well. I think before then it was a bit too much, but after that, like obviously when Baby gets out, it's not really good for him because he didn't have his skills potentially. Now he will have his skills, so that's really good. I like the Baby buffs. I think they help one quite a bit. And when Baby plus Kefla, for example, could be really, really nasty. Or Baby plus Vegito, or Baby plus Broly in certain situations, right? Now we have technicals here. I think we'll do technicals last. Fun enough, we'll kind of fill out the technicals last year. Well, let's go to Z tier attackers just because I think it's pretty obvious. I think it is in this order. God Goku's best DPS in the game. Duh. Like, I don't have to talk too much about God Goku. He just does so much damage. Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He's back. Skill 1 boost especially. God, dude, this guy is... They reverted his damage recently, semi-recently. Was it these patch notes? I don't think it was these ones. No. It was one of these patch notes where they kind of like reverted his damage back. But then previously they also did change his cooldown. Okay, that's the hit thing right there. I think it was a season of version 1.4 patch notes. Or was it 3.3 as well? Yeah, so we see he got buffed. And then he also got buffed here. So again, if we take a look at Super Saiyan 3, right here, the follow-up attack damage, I think it used to be this. And then this got buffed as well. So they rebuffed his damage here. This, I think, is similar to what it used to be, 150 if I'm not mistaken. Then they also increase his, yeah, if we take a look here, he does more damage on his passive skill. He does more damage boosts when he transforms as well. Then instant transmission, the cooldown reduction was increased to 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds. So he's better than he was in season 1, in my opinion. Keep in mind, he's better than he was in season 1. And God Goku, I still think, is a better character. Crazy. Diamond Goku's still really good. Nerf, I feel like, didn't even hurt him that hard. It's kind of like, Diamond Goku's kind of like Super Saiyan Goku. Whereas, like, he keeps getting, like, no matter how many times they nerf him, unless they just make him like a C tier character and just like make him really bad, doesn't really matter. Like, the damage decrease, if you really look at the values, it's not really a big difference. I mean, it's nice he needed the nerf, but I actually really like the power pole dance nerf. I feel like if you know what you're doing with him, you could still use power pole very effectively, but now you just kind of like spam it, and you got to be a little more careful with him. But I don't think it like makes him not top tier. He's still very powerful. Super Vegito, I think he's still really good. I like Super Vegito quite a lot still. He's a character that could still, I think, pretty easily dive in on these characters like God Goku and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So really good at team fighting. I think he's a little bit worse right now though, because since these two are like kind of the big things here, or well, oops, not down there. Since these two could just like shoot him from afar, like 60 years away, it's a bit harder for him to get his passive up and get the energy health more consistently, but that's really it. That's why I have Daimyo above him right now. So next we have God Vegeta and Super Saiyan Bardock. I think the God Vegeta nerfs make him not the best tank by a mile, to where I think Bardock is a little bit more in his tier. But I think these two are still the best tanks in the game right now. I think they both are on their own tier. Bardock's Wrath is still insane. His ultimates are good still. His skill 1 could be pretty decent. They nerfed the skill 1 in a good way, I feel like, in my opinion. Then his skill 3, I actually like his skill 3. It's really good for escapability at times. It could be really good to set up like a stun. His skill 3 has grown on me quite a lot, but yeah, no, that Wrath is pretty insane still. Even though it has a lower cooldown or a lower like Wrath effect time, it's still incredible. God Vegeta, even though his skills don't come back as quickly when you get his passive up, he still could be a bit hard to kill. He still has a map wide ultimate that staggers. It's pretty stupid. it's pretty dumb. Yeah. And he has a lot of survivability, so like I said, I'm pretty sure I already said that, but you guys get the point. Now next, we'll talk about technicals here. I think Hit's still good. Surprising. Still has an AoE blind. That also applies movement speed down. Yay! Skill 3 nerf is really good though. However, I think if you're pretty proactive with playing Hit, you don't get that hurt by it because he still has the reduction of the skill cooldown when you're hitting enemies. Like if you hit them with your skill 1, then your skill 2, I believe, he still does get a cooldown reduction on his skill 3. It's just that, oh, no, I can't just like spam my skill 3 every fucking time I do anything and just turn invisible and escape any situation ever. Obviously, Hit does get hurt by certain AoE characters, like this guy. I think Hit also is helped by this guy existing and this guy existing. They're not really characters that are doing a lot of AoE attacks. You could kind of zoom around them, even though they could like outrange. Hit's still really good at helping you get picks at these guys, in my opinion. it's not that great against these two, is what I would say. Or even Kefla necessarily at times, but that's really it. I think it's good against like any other DPS. Yeah. We'll do 17. I actually really like 17, and then Ultimate Gohan. I think he's really good right now. I think I like 17 better. I really like 17 right now. And then, yeah, I not much has changed with these guys. I just think that they're still up here. Then finally we have Frieza and Kid Buu. Who do I think is better between the two? I think it depends. I think I like Kid Buu better though. If I was gonna say some like between the two, I do like Kid Buu better. I think he's just doing more through the fight. Frieza could set up some more nasty things, but I think sometimes Frieza could also be disadvantageous for you. Maybe it's just because it's early on and people are like still learning the wall and stuff like that. But I think his wall could be a little disadvantageous. His skill 2, I feel like, is like you have to like predict where the enemy's gonna land. The skill 2 is, I think, fine though. I don't know. I just think maybe if you max it out first, I guess. But I don't think you really do that. One thing I like about Frieza is that he has a lot of expression in terms of how you use his skill 3, in terms of where you place his ultimates. I think his cards, like he could do many different roles. You could build him like in a damage way. You could build him more defensively. You could even have like strategic escape where he just kind of keeps poking in and out. I actually like Frieza, but yeah. One thing about Frieza right now though is that his walls are bugged. Is it in the news? I don't think it's in the news here, but his walls are bugged where like half the skills in the game don't do damage. In fact, I could probably literally open the game right now and show you guys. Half the skills in the game don't do damage against his wall right now. So I think that might make him better in people's minds than he actually is. And maybe once we see characters actually be able to damage his walls, like people will see maybe, oh, his walls aren't that crazy. Oh, there's a data download. Oh yeah, because there's a new event that's going on right now, right? I just want to show this real quick just because I think it's pretty silly. But Frieza's still really good. Where is resolved issues? Okay. That's a whole other thing. But where's the Frieza? Alright, ongoing issues. Frieza's death beam does reduce damage, so that's a little bit of nerf. Oh yeah, this is funny. But Super Saiyan Goku's Kamehameha, Trunks' sword, Oops skills, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Kamehameha does not do damage. Kale's skills does not do damage. Kefla's ultimate doesn't do damage to it. God Goku's skill 2 doesn't do damage unless it has skill 3. Obviously. All the top tier characters that just can't damage as well. Obviously that's an issue. Hopefully they fix that. Eventually it'll be fixed, but yeah. I think Kid Buu's better. I don't know. It's close. I like Kid Buu's, like the Buu bits is a really good mechanic. I think his skill 3 is so powerful. He has a stagger as well. Frieza's good at defense too, though. But Kid Buu, I think I would prefer Kid Buu for bosses. Would I? Kid Buu's better for team fights too. It's so close. I think I'll put Frieza here because like the more you think about it, man. Like if you know what you're doing with Frieza, I think he just yields better results in team fights. I think Kid Buu will be better more so in solo queue. Yeah. Kind of like Hit. Honestly, you could argue Hit is better than these guys in solo queue. Or Frieza is better than a lot of them in solo queue. Kid Buu, I think, versus Frieza in solo queue is better. But outside of that, Frieza is just like better in team comps. Yeah, I think I'll say that. So there's the tier list. Let me know what y'all are thinking. I appreciate you guys for watching. And that's all I have to say. So again, B, buff them. 7 out of 10-ish. A, 8 out of 10 good characters. S, like 9 out of 10. I think really kind of like meta picks, honestly. like sub meta or just meta in general, and then Z tier is like best in slot. Like, okay, well Z tier is more so like meta. S tier is like right under meta. So I don't know. I appreciate y'all. Catch you guys next time.